Okay, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, I'm in Lagos doing a Mugo. That's why we are just here from the hospital today. So I have to start rushing down. So I'm just trying to put something in my stomach. Okay, so we are here now. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So good evening, everybody. I was just telling Ogechi that I drop something for you people in the e-learn platform. I don't know why people don't check. I just decided to say, let me formalize it, and then you push it. I drop for ENG 841 821 today. So it seems you put it in, go and check. And I see you put, I made a habit now coming by 805. Even though I've stopped doing that for quite a while. But it's okay. So we are going to have a presentation today by Oshodi. Are you Oshodi okay? Oshodi Saleh? Which one are you?
Actually, we are from Lagos Island, man.
So how come you are not bearing Oshodi?
Oshodi is a Lagos family. That Oshodi the land in Oshodi, mainland, that one belongs to the family before it now became a local government. So
that's
the family, yes, the family name.
How come you are now you're having like the mainland?
That is our great-great-grandfather's farmland.
Okay.
So they call it by his name.
Your mainland is in on the island.
The Oshodi Palace is on Lagos Island. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, okay, so it's okay. So we asked her to do a presentation. So let's start with that. Then we'll now go to what I sent. I sent something to the e-learn platform, and it seems because nobody has responded. I don't know whether many of you have seen it, but I sent something there. So you can be, why should she do a presentation? You people can be checking it out and gather your thoughts together, because I was rushing back home with the intention of going to go through what people have submitted, but nothing. So, take it away.
Okay, ma.
She said she doesn't have slides, so she's going to present from her paper.
Yes, ma. I went through, like you gave me the assignment that I should discuss on the I should compare markedness in phonology and focus in syntax as per the question I asked. So I did some research. I don't know if I'm up to date, but I will try my best, ma. Defining
the important is that you try your best. It doesn't mean that you are right. I've always told people, when you know something about knowledge, what you know about knowledge is that there's nobody that has monopoly of it. So you may read and get something and get a breakthrough and agree with even a long-standing author that you think that is infallible. So there's nobody that has a monopoly of knowledge. So tell us what you found out.
Yes, ma'am. Defining markedness. The term markedness is used to capture the central observation that not all elements in phonological system are of equal status. The term was introduced by Trubetskoy in 1939 and 1969, respectively, to refer to relations between elements of phonological class. For example, place of articulation and phonotation types on language particular basis. Over the years, the use of this term has grown and expanded in many ways, so that today, while the notion of markedness is core to phonological theory, capturing exactly what it means is not straightforward. Furthermore, please, I'm a bit disappointed, but markedness theory proposes that in the languages of the world, certain linguistic elements are more basic and natural and frequent, like more marked than the others, which are referred to as marked. Some of the constraints of markedness are as follows. Syllables have no coders. Syllables must have onset. A nuclear segment must be more sonorous than another. in form of a harmonic nucleus, and a syllable must have either verb, consonant verb, or verb consonant. That being said, marked and unmarked terms, a marked form is one which stands out as different or deviant from normal. And unmarked features are taught are easier to learn and articulate. They can be acquired earlier by children and more common across languages, whereby marked features are more difficult to articulate. They are acquired later and less common across languages. Now, I know I'm speaking a lot of grammar, so I try to bring it down so that all of us will understand what I'm saying. Maybe people that have not read about it. For example,
just say it and make it clear. It's okay.
And markedness in a word, for example, it could be in gender, it could be in any form. Let me use gender and animals to explain what I mean by markedness. When I say priest, a priest can be somebody who is like a religious leader of a sect or religion. Meanwhile, there are types of priests. When I say priest, is an unmarked, will I say, with an unmarked word. But when I say priestess, I have specified it, I have marked it. I'm talking about a female priest. So it's talking about the gender. So it's more marked than when I just say priest. An example of another one is when I say lion. Lion is an animal. It's common. Anybody can, speaking could say, I saw a lion. But what type of lion is what determines the mark that is with it. So when I say a lioness, now I'm talking about a female lion. Now everybody knows that this is what I mean. So it's no longer, it has gone from unmarked, which is natural normal form, to a being specific and more articulated. But okay, why I'm still at it, before I go further on the explanation, marked sentences are more specific, while unmarked sentences are less specific. Most times, present tense are not marked, but in other forms, they will be marked. For example, if I say walk, is unmarked. But when I say walked, walking, those ones they are marked, telling us the function as at the time of when what the word is doing at that particular time. Marked sentences or structures give definitive information about what the interlocutor is saying, similar to the function of focus. So now I'm going to go to focus in syntax. But before then, let me define syntax as the structure and ordering of components within a sentence. It's technically known as syntax. I believe all of us know the definition of syntax. Why I have before said that markedness theory proposes that in the language of the world, certain linguistic elements are more basic and natural. I've said that. I want to talk about focus now so that we'll now compare the two together. Focus is a grammatical category that conveys which part of the sentence contributes new, non-derivable or contrastive information in English sentences. In this English sentence, Mary only insulted Bill. Focus is expressed prosodically by a pitch accent on Bill, which identifies him as the only person Mary insulted. If I said Mary insulted and left it open, baby would not have known what we're talking about. So the focus now is on Bill because of the way, the pitch of the accent that was used to pronounce him, and then the way he's positioned in the structure of the sentence. The sentence now makes us realize that the verb insult is focus, and therefore telling us that Mary only performed the function of insulting Bill and none other action towards Bill. She did not beat him or any other thing. Focus in cross-linguistics phenomenon is a cross-linguistics phenomenon and a major topic in linguistics research. A major topic in linguistics. Research on focus spans numerous subfields. It includes phonetics, syntax, semantics, pragmatics, and sociolinguistics. Could Lambrecht and Talmegivion often connect focus with packaging of new, old, and contrasting information? Lambrecht in particular distinguishes three main types of focus construction. One, the predicate focus construction, the argument focus, the predicate focus structure, the argument focus structure, and sentence focus structures. These structures are those that show us the focus as in focus of the sentences that we were talking about now. So focus has also been linked to other more general cognitive processes, including attention and orientation. In such approaches, contrastive focus is underlying as the coding of information that is contrary to the presupposition of the interlocutor. In other words, focus can simply be said to be the point of concentration or emphasis or attention of a given sentence. It may also be said that it is an element or phrase which contains new or main information about a sentence. When discussing focus, it means that
you have 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I'm trying to rush it. When discussing focus, it means that the grammatical subject of your sentence is the same as the semantic subject. In other words, the meaning or semantics subject must match the grammar. You cannot be talking of a giraffe and then be answering about a lion. Sentences that aren't focused can be confusing because it is not clear who is doing what. There are the similarities between markedness and focus. Markedness is used to capture the central observation in a sentence. Marked sentences are more specific. Marked sentences give definitive information about what interlocutors are saying, leaving no room for confusion, whereby focus also can be said to be the point of concentration too, emphasis on attention of a given sentence. Focus is also the element of phrase which contains new or main information about the sentence. So in conclusion, I want to say that both markedness and focus are similar. They are pointing towards the same thing, which is leaving no room for confusion between interlocutors. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So does she deserve to receive a clap? Class. Does she deserve a clap? If she does, give it to her. Okay. So your comments, please. This person that opened her this didn't know that you can actually clap electronically. Okay. Thank you, Oshodi.
Yes,
have you gotten the answer you are looking for?
Yes, I have and more.
So this my style is a good one. Yeah, thank you. So comments, please. Comments, questions. Do you have comment? Because we have not read up on markedness and focus, so we don't have questions. Yeah, essentially, when you talk about markedness, is just that. When you see something like passivization now, you see in passivization, in active structure, it is basic, there's nothing special. Because it's the person that does the action that is the subject position, the person that receives the action is in the object position or as a complement or serve as a complement. But by the time you switch the position, you put the result of the action to not be in the subject position, you have made that subject to be, the subject of sentence that is actually the subject question to become the focus of the action. You have brought him or her up the ladder. So this is just essentially what it is. And that's why I say read it up, then compare it to what you have in the syntax, because in syntax, many of you have come across such things easily, but you find it difficult to now relate it to when you talk of in phonology. So that was, I am glad because you people are PG students, and that was what I'm going to emphasize. You cannot afford to be living in being spoon-fed. You should make inquiries. So yes, now what you need from me is affirmation. So whether you are correct or you are very correct.
Now,
And I'm glad that you say
more.
you find the answer and you're able to get more. You are very
And
correct.
I wanted to say this, but I wanted you to hear from you if I'm correct first, that there are some
No,
words that cannot be marked. For example, we have some that are marked, but some cannot be marked.
Okay.
And for no,
Okay.
you have to use another word before they can become marked.
Okay.
For example, I told you that lion is a male lion, but any lion you see, you can say is a lion. But when you want it marked, you will say lioness. But in the case of giraffe, there's no giraffeness. So you have to say female giraffe.
You see,
The
these
same
are the kind of interrogation these are the kind of interrogation I want us to put up. You see, now feminists object to the issue of saying actor, actress, or
yes,
lion, lioness. They tell
or
you,
doctor, doctress.
no, they tell you the simple is it that do you have, are you not making the I mean, you're not saying that is it that the or host hostess, yeah, hostess, yeah, no, it's a just basic, use that basically to describe everybody. Whenever you see now the women are saying also they say they are actors. So why are you saying they say they are actresses? So that's something that you can also interrogate. But from the feminist ideology, they will disagree with you. They will disagree with you because then you are trying to make the woman the focus. So because I was thinking of something today. Yeah, I read something. This I have one Android, Android phone like that. So it brings in this Phoenix something, and he was telling me, I've already read the woman's story. That's Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, that said they should not treat her in Lokoja. They should take her to what's it called now? They take her to Abuja. And then when this guy say, oh, come and see the vehicle of the female, I just go and gossip as anyway, or female politician that had accident along Abuja Lokoja road. And I was like, do you say male politician? So the men are politician, then you don't say that. So why are you now saying, don't say politician? Or use a state to say this, or a contestant is also this thing of this party. But why must you say female politician? Of course, like you say, it brings the person into focus. It brings you to become to interest. Oh, so it's not normal, it's not usual for women to be politicians. Oh, let me go and find out. It brings that markedness, really. It brings that focus, really. So this they are just, but feminists will tell you that for them it is still patriarchy. So they will look at it. So anyway, these are things you can also interrogate in your when you want to go further. You can interrogate these things. So this is why we are scholars. These are the questions we should ask. So I'm glad you're able to read up.
Thank
But
you,
yeah, some things I was trying to even I was going to say that okay, maybe I should arrange those things and all that, but I just found that I was not having my this thing, but I just said maybe I will remember as when you finish. But at least that one you brought it back for me to remember. So these are some of these things. But like I said, like when you look at um minimalist program, there's actually a folk P. There's that's a focus phrase. There's a folk P. So that one, and they will tell you like you can have Nigerians. They are very this. You are having that particular element to be focused, and you also have them. There's also another. I'm trying to remember. There's another element too, but you can confuse the two of them. But there you have focus on the element, and then you still have a structure following it. So you have elements like that. But the important thing you need to understand is this: that when you say that a sound is marked, the phonological element is marked, it is that it is having attention focused on it. If you look at even at the Dayan grammar, I've forgotten the way that one is. I think it's also called markedness here. I can't remember now. So you want to have focus on a particular element. I'm trying to remember I think no, it's okay, yes. In Dayan grammar, it is called theme. It is called theme. When you have theme rim, So the theme is the focus.
Okay.
What the rim is just the step. So these are the elements that you find. And then I say, okay, read it up and then come and teach us. So I'm glad. I'm saying I'm going to use seminar throughout in the next class. So don't make sure you don't carry over because you are going to present papers.
I will not carry over my.
Yeah, no, I'm even talking of the whole class. So everybody should make sure you don't carry over. I mean, I don't like people that carry. That's why I take my time. So today I take my time to guide you people, and so that you can do well. That's why I do that. That's the reason I do what I do. So that is great. Okay, so thank you very much. So now let's go back to what I posted in the e-learn platform. I wanted to discuss what we learn in this course. Or does anybody have questions? Okay, I'm seeing there's a chat. Please, I have no group. I haven't been given anything to present. What am I going to do now? I'm not the one. No, I have somebody that is coordinating that group. Are you in the are you in the chat room for the class? Hey, Kerry. I'll be here disappear after posting this thing. Okay, so if the person is not ready to talk, let me go on with
hello, ma. I've not.
Yes,
I am not in the group. I have not seen my. I've been waiting because last week I learned that they had they form a group and so many people were added.
Group
but I didn't
form last week. The full group was formed long ago.
Okay,
The
I'm
groups
not
were
there.
formed long ago.
Have not.
Because probably you have not been attending class. I'm not sure I've seen this name before. Have you been attending class?
You have. Yes. You remember somebody that comment? I made a comment last.
My dear, just forget about those. I already told you people what to do. And then I put it, and I formed a group for people to easily negotiate. Now, not wait until we are in class so that you do all the background things there. If you decide not to be in that group, there's nothing I can do, please. There's nothing I can do. So tell your other people how did they form the group, and then you can. I think people that didn't have group, they formed their own new group. So just ask them what to do. Then you do what you need to do. Okay, so can we go on now? Please, are you people going to your e-learn platform and check what I sent there, and are you ready to respond now?
Yes, ma. I've gone through it, ma.
You are going through it?
Yes,
ma. Okay, let's hear from you.
I'm in group 3, ma. I would like to answer for my group.
Okay.
Some of the experiences I've experienced so far is that e-learning is kind of new to most of us. And then we have to learn how to use the Zoom. Maybe some people like me, I'm not a Zoom person. This is my first time of actually learning online and using the Zoom. So I find it a bit difficult. So another challenge I faced is the internet. I'll buy data and then in my area, by the time I get home, there will be no network. Those are part of the challenges. So I have to daily try out 3 or 4 times a week, try to go to where there's good network so that I can read up on materials. And then another thing I noticed is that most of us don't know each other. So it's difficult to communicate. Even on the WhatsApp, even after we have been grouped, it took a while to kind of, I actually went to form a group and then sent a what is it called? A link so that people can join, because I don't know my group members by name. If it was a regular school, I would have seen them, interacted with them, and be able to talk with them one-on-one. Those are the parts of the challenges that I face. Another one is that apart from this time we have with you, which is once a week, we don't get to have like any other facilitation. I wish that there could be more facilitation, regular facilitation, that we can meet maybe at the study center face-to-face and ask questions. That's one of the aspects I would like if it can be improved upon, ma.
Will you be paying the practical for the people that you want to come?
For those that are interested in paying, I would have loved to pay, because I believe that there are some things.
I said flight tickets.
Yes, now, ma, if we are asked to pay extra for our facilitators to come to the center, it doesn't matter if it's flights or train or whatever. The money goes to the school. They organize it for us. It would have been a lot much more better, ma. If I see you in
Okay, so
person,
let's take
demonstrate.
a sample now. Let's take a sample. Which centers are you people from?
I'm in Duse Alaji.
Uh-huh.
And I know there are so many people in Abuja too, and other states. For each state, maybe
inside this class.
yes. Ma.
How many of you are Duse
I know
Alaji inside this class? Raise
I
your
know
hand.
people from Ibadan and Lagos Center that I've discussed with.
So where would the facilitator go around to all those places?
Ma, if we are paying, even if it's twice in the semester, we can meet with our facilitator, or they give us facilitators.
I know you are from Duse Alaji too.
Ma?
Yes, ma'am, from Abuja model.
Okay.
Okay. Who is from Abuja model? Anyway, just forget that dream. Forget the dream.
You asked about the challenges I faced. So that's why I'm adding it. I said, finally, that is one thing that would have made a lot of difference, because if you're in class, I know that there's a way you would gesticulate or say something that it will stick to my memory, that I will remember, this is how Prof did this. So the day she was saying this, she was wearing a red dress. So those kind of things, I believe that it would have made a lot of difference. But of course, we are schooling online. So that is just the downside of it for me. But every other thing is good. I can go back, despite the fact that I have challenges with my internet, I can go back and watch the recordings, which is in fact, it's excellent, man. The recording made it easy for a lot of us that have this challenge of internet. And when I go through, there's none of the classes have not gone back to preview. That's why the challenge of internet, which makes it a lot much more easier. So thank you, ma. Those are the challenges so far that I have experienced. I'm speaking on behalf of my group too, ma.
Okay, thank you very much. I thank you for being open. Sorry, I was interrupting you. Now, the thing I want to say is this. You see, for people in Abuja, we can actually solve it. We can solve it. I don't mind if you come to the school. I will teach you. I have no problem with that. I'll connect online. But the only thing I have is that, will you be available the time me I'll be available? I have no problem.
If you're in Abuja, we'll make ourselves available.
I can put the classes to be in the morning or in the afternoon. Then all of you come there. Then we connect online. The other people will connect. They will also connect. Man, nobody does after school. But because meetings as a dean have been interrupting me, that's the only reason I have to. It's not because it's convenient for me. It is not.
My especially the revision
I just dropped the baby. As we were at the chef of the hospital, I just dropped the baby in their house. I said I had to take a boat and start running back so that I could get to the house. I could get to my house because when we were going, the Uber guy was so stupid where I went to park. We ended up spending so many hours inside traffic. You know Lagos now, the way it is. So that is it. I have to just tell them my daughter will say, Grandma, I thought you will stay, and I said, I have to go back. I will not make it back for my class. I thought I would even be here by 6 and start repeating whatever people are submitted, but nothing anyway. So maybe there was no this thing. When I got to my house, it was almost 8 that I got to my house, and I had to just.
One more thing, ma. If you could help us out with revision.
Prof, thank God you are in Lagos. So we are in Lagos here. We want
people don't snatch Prof.
No, she's in Lagos. She just mentioned traffic now.
In Abuja. She just came to Lagos for Omugo.
Omugo now. That's why I came to Lagos. My house is in Lagos.
You are still. Can you hear now? She's still in Lagos.
After the name is ceremony, I go back to Abuja. I'm still in Abuja.
Prof,
the name is done. Now let me just go back to what you are saying. One of the things that you said. Now I came here. Now let me put on my video. All of you put it. So how will you know yourselves? All of you will make sure you are inside darkness. You are not putting up your camera, and then you are not saying that you don't know how will you know yourselves?
Maybe
now,
one of the classes, you will instruct us to all put up our video, so we'll prepare. Those of us that don't have lights,
I am putting on my video. Why would I be begging people to put on your video? Why would I be begging people to put on your video? You are the one that mentioned you people don't know yourselves. That's why I'm mentioning it too. Now, if you people are seeing one another, you can recognize yourselves outside here. That is one. Now, the class is limited. But when you people, what is it called now? When you have the chat room, you can even do video call. Is it not possible? Then from there you ask, which person is in this center? This is my center. Then you can have physical meetings. Is it not so? I have to ask now because some of you now started saying, you are in this. You have different chat rooms. I even have a large Telegram chat room for the faculty. You could have the one for your masters. You have for different classes. You could. Are we together, please?
Yes, ma'am.
From there, ask.
Yes,
because I think I used to have when I was in Benin, when I was director in Benin Center, in the chat room, there's some be asking, please, who is in this center? Who is in this? Who is doing this course? Let us meet and practice together. Once we have created that chat room for all of us to be in, what I expect us to do is to use it to now leveraging and interacting and take it further. And then you can organize classes for yourselves. Once you know yourself in your center, the person that may have problems is the person that is the only person in the center. Like the girl is happening now. She even did well. No, I bet it was very good. She was the only person. The only person, any problem she has, she's the only one carrying her problem up and down. But some of you are not using the opportunity to leverage and find out about it. If somebody is another, it may be close to you. It may be even be in the same state. But how do you interact? How do you interact? So you are not doing that. So that one, you just stop dreaming about the university going back to physical facilitation because I don't know how we go and teach them in Lagos. I will not go to Abuja. I will not go to Kano. I will not go to maybe Adamawa. I will not go to Adamawa or go to Enugu. How will I do that now? Have mercy now. Pity me. How will I do that? Now, if as I'm in Abuja, if we're in Abuja now, and we can find for everybody. We can have the class as we're having it live. Then we can be other people can connect online. Then we have the class. So you people that are you enjoy the benefit. Maybe the day I'm not in Lagos, the people in Lagos will not enjoy it. I will not be teaching.
Mommy, when are you coming to Osun? Mommy, when are you coming to Osun?
All of my children is in Osun. All of my children are in Lagos.
Why don't you guys just give us the story? Why did you have to go?
So that is just the only place I go again is data. So that is the problem, my sister. So you there's no I can. So that don't forget about the thoughts. That's why we are doing recording. You see me, I insist. Let me start recording before you start, so that the people that cannot attend the class can go back. I think your class have been lively. If we are okay, someone says she's in Enugu. So so how do I do that? So the university cannot. This is a university. We are even having people not being admitted from outside the country. Those ones will tell me to come there. So the easiest thing we can do is this. What you need to learn is to because since 2020, the one that even physical classes, my husband teach them in Unilag. My husband teach. He teach his students online. At that when it's not convenient for him to do this, he just tell them to set up. I think they have a central server. They set up the online thing. And the student go and set it up, and then he just connects. And that's how he teaches them. So if people that are not, even that are face-to-face, that are doing it, talk less or we, that we have students all over the country. These are students that are inside Unilag, but maybe he doesn't have time to go. He has something to do. If you just tell them to go and set up the online system, and we teach them online.
But Prof, man, this thing you just said, man, you know, the students in regular university, most of them are young children. Like my son that's in 400 level now, he has become this, he can use phones since when he was 10 years very well. But those of us in open university, most of us are maybe graduates of 10, 15, 20 years and above like that. We come together, it's kind of more difficult for us. So that's why I said so. We are just forcing ourselves to move along.
Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you, I mean, my FO, she called me digital grandma. That's what she calls
yes,
me.
you are. Yes, you are, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So I learned these things not when I got to Open University. Before I got to Open University, I was already when they announced that they are going to be cashless, I've been a cashless person for years. So I just said I did not even see, I was not anticipating any problem. But I didn't know the banks are so stupid, they didn't prepare their own system to follow what was being announced. So when most people, and I didn't know, because I don't do cash. That's the truth. The only reason I carry cash is so I can give my driver transport money. I don't do cash. I don't for years. So you hardly see me with cash. So when I was saying this, I was not feeling I will be affected until the system now just scattered, and then the super banks were not ready, and then they cause problem for everybody. So me, I've always find my life very convenient, and that's why when I go abroad, I don't find problem. If it's airport, your airport is self-service, I will serve myself. You say I should buy perfume, I said anything, I will just study it, and within 5 minutes, I understood what to do, and I'll start doing it. So don't just say that this thing, it is a mindset shift. When I told you I go and read up, you say you learn a lot. And that's just where I am. I need people to learn. I don't spoon feed. I don't believe because it doesn't help me.
Yes, we have all learned by fire by force now. Because now I can do this. It will
improve your delivery skills. Whatever it is that is your job. Whether you are a business person, you are a regular 9 to 5 person, I'm telling you, it will improve your skills. It will improve your delivery skills. It will improve your productivity.
Yes, ma'am.
At times, my husband is also like that. People who want to travel, they tell me to go and be booking. That I should be booking for him. I'll go and I'll tell him, please, I'm not a secretary. He said, that's why I marry you. I said, you marry me to be your secretary. What's the meaning of that? And I will tell you, I said, I learned these skills because I am someone that's independent. I like to be independent. That's just the reason I learned these skills. And I don't say something new. Anything my children, when I bought washing machine, they just started putting something, they'll be asking me. I said, there's a manual there, go and read it. And they will say, no, just say they want to do. What's the meaning of these are children? Me, I will sit down, read and study the manual. Even when we bought our car, I will sit down, read the manual and understand everything about it. But then they will be telling me, just tell us what to do. Now just tell us what to do. What's the meaning of that? So please don't let us learn to adapt and to change our ways. Let's open mind. So you are not old person. I'm not sure you are older than me.
I'm not, ma. I'm not.
So
but I've not been, like you said, proactive about it. But now I have no choice. So I think I've gotten a bit more better than when I started.
That's good.
But then, like you asked us about our experiences, it would have been better if I had known earlier that this is how it would be. I would have been practicing it before I joined. So joining the school and then having to learn that side by side.
Oh, practicing what? That is how to be online.
Yeah, no, how to use Zoom and some other tools, online tools. Let me put it like that. Of course, I use my phone.
I go online since 2020 after COVID-19.
Yes, but I don't use Zoom to teach. I'm a primary school teacher. My children in my class, I teach in a public school. None of them have phone that would have maybe hyped me enough to go and check something that I need to know this. So because coming here now has now made it like a focus point for me. I've learned so much more, but then it would have been better for me if I had known it earlier, because initially I didn't even know how to access my e-learn portal. When I got there, I didn't know how to do some things, but now I had to meet 1 or 2 of my colleagues here to assist me so that I'll be able to meet up. That was what I was trying to explain. So that's part of the experiences I have. And I believe some of us also had it too.
Beautiful. So tell many of your other colleagues to come to now so that they will learn how to be digital. No, but it's true. You see, with this now, you can go anywhere in the world. You see, nobody is still doing chalk and paper in the world. Nobody is still doing those things. Even up to kindergarten. Up to kindergarten. And that's why you see, I remember in 2020 I was in Dublin. My husband's niece's son, the iPad. I'm not sure whether I bought mine then. Okay, no, I bought mine in 2012. Okay, the iPad, this boy was already doing many things there. And he was just in primary school, lower primary school then. Lower primary school. He was not taken to school, but in the house, he could do many, many things there. And
we don't have such systems. We don't have such system. We don't have such system in place here in Nigeria. So
if you want your class to be like that, you can make your class to be like that. Mommy, you can. My grandchildren, my daughter was just saying yesterday or weekday now. He said the tabs that the father bought for them. So he was saying they are actually destroyed it and all. So we're not saying okay. So a friend of his was not saying, No, you should buy free iPad for them. Not this China-made tablets that maybe they get broken easily. But I'm not telling you what about the glass. That said, there's a protective something they can put that children will not break the glass. I say, okay, because all these children now, what do? They use phone to watch all kind of cartoons.
Man, not all children have phone, no. I teach nomadic children. I teach nomadic children. I teach in nomadic primary school. Some of them, they only use touch phone.
In Lagos.
No, I'm in Abuja, man. We have one in Ushafa. We have one in. So recently, I just left the school recently. I've taught there for like 6 years, and these children, you have to go down.
If you tell their parents
people
to buy, they will
that
buy.
live in mud houses with thatch roof without basic facilities, man. Some of them don't have electricity.
In which place?
Here in Ushafa, Abuja. We go to if they don't come to.
That's why you say you don't have
so you know, I imagine how my knowledge of technology is. My everyday work does not require it. But I'm happy I have learned a lot now. Part of the challenges I faced.
Okay. But anyway, I think you should learn something that should improve your delivery and encourage your parents to get them at least phone. At least phone. Are they very young children?
Yeah, primary 1 to 6. That's the classes I take. So they are quite young. They
and you take primary 1 to 6?
Yes, ma'am.
All the classes?
It depends. Yes, sometimes I teach like 3 classes, primary 3, 4, 5, depending on how we have teachers. So I teach them English. And sometimes when I first got there.
Is your family in Abuja here too?
Yes, ma'am. Some of these children cannot speak English when I started teaching them. So if I want to teach them, I will have, and their language is not actually Hausa. So I have to look for an interpreter that would tell me what I want to teach them in their language, do flashcards, you know, the basic teaching stuff that are not connected to the internet. So being that I've not been used to this, that is just the only challenge. But now that I've come, I actually learned a lot. I've learned a lot now.
You know, technology could actually make your work easier.
It could, but there's no provision for it by the government. I work for the government.
Okay, but you can create, if you have your own tablet, you can actually use it to do a lot of things. Only you may not have the power to produce the internet for yourself. I say you download them and then you play for them.
For them,
okay,
yes.
It's okay, but I think you can expand on what you have learned. Yes, ma'am. Anyway, it's a good thing. Thank God for people like you, because I'm not sure many people would like to go to some place to go and teach.
They recently transferred me from there. The children, they didn't want me to go.
Okay.
Well, I've moved to Duse now, to regular primary school, but it's still the same thing. The children are coming from less privileged background, and so, like recently, I taught them emails and SMS. I brought my phone, I brought my laptop to class and used to teach them. But those are basic things. At least this is now a regular school. Unlike those ones there. If I carry my laptop there, they may steal it or break it.
No, it's not even laptop. Maybe tablets. Maybe tablet. You just download videos for them and play for them. They can learn a lot from that. It may even be a story.
I don't have a tablet. I use a laptop now.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. We know the way our country is, and I hope we will not get worse. Anyway, like I said, thank you for the sacrifice and making time for those children. Yes, I know they will remember you.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so
some of them are now in the university.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's good, though. That's good. This Akinyara say I'm in Lagos. Is that the way to write I'm in Lagos?
It's typo.
It's not typo. Go and watch that my video where I taught on arm and see the correct thing you're supposed to say. There's somebody say we should remove our mindset. That some of us have fixed mindset. So please. Okay, so you can do your connections. People are saying that Lagos that this, so you can do your connections. But you should try and get into the chat room and connect yourselves and help one another. But if you are alone in your own district, someone say my WhatsApp number. See, ask them the person that the admin there. I don't know if the end of the admin is there. Me, I'm not an admin. Okay, I'm an admin, no, but me, I can't do this for all. I beg. Somebody help them. Right? If you are the chat, let them write it that and post the chat and post the number there for them to be added. Is that okay?
Okay, ma.
I've done my part, so I'm not going to start doing this. So if you are the chat, let me take down the numbers that they posted there and send them there for the people there to add them. Okay, someone will say good evening, ma. Please, what do you want to say? I think it's almost time. Who wants to respond to those things that take one or two more? Adedeji.
Okay. I was saying good evening, ma. You just mentioned it because yes, ma. I was saying good evening because of what you just said now about adding us to the group because I've not been able. I'm not in any group. I don't even know how to join. I don't know. I've been checking and I don't really know how to. Even
I've
the
said
chat.
people that are there should help you post your number so that you can be added. I can't do this for all. I'm begging. I can't. So I don't know if any of that. It's Quadri that was. I gave that assignment, but I cannot find him again. I've not been seeing him in class for quite a while. How all is well with him? How all is well with him?
He has phone issues.
It might be work.
Yes. That's what I mean. I put it in the evening. Most times you see me struggling to give my husband food because I didn't think of his own. Because he's in Abuja with me. So I didn't think of his own when I was fixing the time. It was becoming a problem for me anytime he's around. Even when when I went to the village here for Easter, the same challenge I had to have because I had to get him food before I could teach. So you see, it's not convenient for me too. Someone says in Kasina, someone says in Enugu. So and Oshodi say I should be traveling to all those places while I'm teaching them. Okay, I've heard. If you give me plane ticket, so I will come.
And please, I also want to find out, ma, this group, is it also the same group for the other courses that we are doing, or every course has?
For the courses I am teaching,
Yes, ma'am.
For the courses I'm teaching, yeah. So I don't know about the other people, but for the courses I am teaching, yeah, that's it. Okay, do you have anybody that want to share their experience?
ENG841.
Does anybody want to share their experiences with us? Nobody has want to tell us. Abi, or should I said everything you wanted to say?
Ma, you said we should do it group by group now. I've done for group 3.
No, okay, not for group 3. Okay, so group 1, group 2. Group 4, group 5, group 6. I know there are 6 groups before. I don't know if there are other. If you want to present for your group, oh yeah, let me hear you. Okay, see the WhatsApp.
Hello, ma.
See the WhatsApp link here. Okay, read one. Or read
Hello,
one.
ma.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Akinyera. Okay.
Ma.
But read one, raise his hand. Read one, say raise his hand. Let him talk first, please. Good evening. Your network is not good, though. Oh, good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah.
I'm sure you are from the northwest because they're the one that is talking to
actually,
greeting. Yes, and they will call me. They will be telling you good evening. How's your family? How did you sleep? Did you eat? I said, please go straight to the point and tell me what you want to say. And the name is GP said that the person said was insulting him. Please read man. Go ahead and tell me what you want to say.
As the exam is approaching 28, we're having you this month. So I don't know. This is the first time I'll be writing a master exam. So I don't know what is your advice on how we tackle your question, or how do you expect us to answer your question?
Don't worry now. I will send the question to you so that you can practice before you come to class. Is that okay?
Bravo! Ah, you don't kill us, oh. Thank you.
What I'm to do is what I'm doing. I'm to teach you.
Hello, ma. Is that
Akinyera.
Ma, well,
Yes,
I want
please.
to, yes, I want to speak on behalf of Group 1 that truly
Okay.
we have enjoyed your classes. The facilitation have been fantastic. But part of the itches that I encountered was that I joined late. That's one. Two, two, I'm still having issue. That's why the fact that I've been able to connect with my colleagues to teach me or give me more knowledge or enlighten me on how to go on the recorded messages or facilitation. I don't know what really happened. I'm using a Samsung phone. I don't want to mention, I'm sorry, a Samsung phone that I think it is of high frequency or when it comes to that data. But still, I could not get into all the recorded facilitations.
Okay.
So
Do you have does it do YouTube?
I do YouTube, ma.
Okay, because I'm thinking now that I want to download all of them and upload it to my YouTube channel. People
Please,
can go and watch
I
them.
will be very, I
Thank
will
you,
be
ma'am.
very grateful, ma. I will be very grateful, ma. So that has been the challenge that I have, ma.
Just pray I don't forget to, so that if I don't do it by weekend, you remind me so that I can do it.
All right,
Yeah,
ma.
because tomorrow is the naming, so I don't know. If I will have chance to remember, but if I do, I want to download all of them and upload them to the YouTube channel.
All right, ma.
So,
It's okay, ma. I will remind you, ma. Thank you so
once
much,
I've done
ma.
that, I think I've sent my YouTube channel link to the chat room many times.
Okay,
So,
ma. Yes.
I've also sent it by email to all of you before now.
Okay, ma.
So you can check it, but once I've done that, I'll let you know. If I don't by weekend, please remind me. Because I have a presentation. I have a video recording to do. So I have many things on my head.
All right, ma. All right, ma. Thank you so much, ma. So that's all from my end and for the Group 1.
That's all for Group 1. Only that you are not accessing videos. Now. Okay. Any other person? Okay, if we are done, then I guess I can end the class. We have nothing else to add. Are we good?
Prof, ma. I can
Yes,
hear
sir.
them. Is this the last class or we are still going to enjoy you more?
Exam is starting next week. Now we class will I be doing again once exam starts. Exam is starting on Tuesday.
I thought you said you were going to do revision for us.
Ma'am, how we should extend the examination, man, so that we can still have more classes with you.
This class is supposed to be revision. That was why I send it that you push to tell me what and what you learn, what and what you don't learn. You are busy there complaining.
All right, Prof,
the next class is for 821.
If you can quickly say
Flash
something about extra metricality.
Exactly, you're speaking my mind.
Yes, please, ma, we enjoy, ma.
What is it with extra metricality?
I have tried to look at what it's all about, and sincerely speaking, I've not really gotten something. Though, to God be the glory, from the explanation from the WhatsApp group, I've been able to distinguish and get some things from optimal OT theory and the other theories as well. But this extra metricality.
Which module is that? Can anybody remind me?
That's the problem. I don't have module here. I'm using notes. Whatever you teach us here, you have to write a note, I have to form a note.
Remind me of which day now?
Extra metricality was 21st of March was when you taught us, ma. When we talk about metrical phonology, that the growth, the activities of I1, binary and other things, ma. The grade, the stress parameter.
Okay, I think, is that not the one I told people to read up? I didn't tell people to read that up, right?
No.
We're not those that, ma.
No, ma.
Okay, so, okay, let me see what I will do. Awawu, you are old in the class, right? Awawu.
Ma?
Who was some company that said you also didn't understand? Is that not Awawu?
No, ma.
No, ma, it's Riskat, ma'am.
Okay, Riskat, Abi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you are new in the class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then Akinyara is also new in the class.
Yes, ma. Yes,
Am I
ma.
correct?
You are correct,
Okay.
ma.
So Riskat and Akinyara, do a joint paper
Yes,
for me
ma'am.
on medicality. And I'll give you 10 minutes to present on Thursday.
All right, ma'am.
Is that okay?
No
All right,
problem.
ma'am.
Both of you, exchange your numbers. I'll do a joint paper for me.
All right,
Okay.
ma'am. We'll do that, ma'am.
Thank you, ma.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So you have 10 minutes on Thursday to do your presentation, but you know that one is syntax class. But you are going to just take it because all of you that are the same people in the class. So that is that. Any other issue? I'm not sure we have any issue with syntax as such, right?
No,
So
no.
Okay, so that is good. So do that, then we'll discuss it there for like 10 minutes, then we face syntax.
All right.
Okay, so if there's any other thing. I can't hear you. I can't hear what you're saying. Please put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I can't hear you, please. I want to end the class so I can go and eat. I beg you. I consider put it in the chat. Now, I'm just afraid for that day, sir, because I'll be back in Abuja then. In the next 2 minutes, I expect to see the chat so that I can end this class, please. Okay. She has even disappeared. Okay, if you see, I tell her to put it inside the chat room, in the WhatsApp chat room. Is that okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Hello, guys. Are you guys still there?
Yes,
Yes,
ma. We are still here, ma.
Yes, hello.
Whatever she wants to complain about or talk about, let her put in the WhatsApp chat room. I will take it from there.
All right.
Okay. So see you guys on Thursday.
All right, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Just pray. Back in Abuja, then just pray that the network will be okay, because the madness of Abuja network, I don't know.
It's terrible.
Okay. So good night, everybody.
Good night,
Good night, ma'am.